Your style and your flavor make the city rock. They must say the season come out with a bang. Coach Minzy, best round here. Remember that. Your style and your flavor make the city rock. They must say the season come out with a bang. Coach Minzy, best round here. Remember that.
Welcome everyone. Welcome back to the Coach's Desk. I'm your host, Coach Minzy, and we're here to talk about football. The preview to the game. The preview to the game. And we have some bit of information also to tell you about what transpired with Trudy Carter. Yes. We're talking about what will transpire with Trudy Carter. Trudy Carter was in a particular situation, and I'll be explaining that to you. Yeah. So, welcome everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Big up to the persons on Facebook. Appreciate you being here. The phone line is open. And we're here to talk about the Reggae Girls semi-final that will be taking place. Semi-final people that will be taking place. Yep. Sorry about the background noise. As you can see, I'm on the deck. You know what I mean? So big up to everyone. Big up to everyone. You know what I mean? Yeah. So let's get right into it. Like up the stream, people. Like up the stream. Yeah, man. Like up the stream, man. Like up the stream, man. So I have some information to read about Trudy Carter. JFF was disgruntled. They put out a media release. What transpired with Trudy? Not a good look. I didn't see it, but got the information, and we're just gonna go ahead and share it. And the Jamaica Football Federation would like to reiterate in no uncertain manner that there is no place for racism, discrimination, or abuse within or outside the game of football. So none whatsoever. Yeah, no, none. And the people them we deal with the thing, they need to come apologize. Yeah, you need to come and apologize, and so we can eradicate this thing out of the game. You know what I mean? Now we are incensed that the national player Trudy Carter was the subject of racial abuse on Instagram. So some people go on Instagram and they racially discriminate and abuse her. You know what I mean? And you know the powers that be did not like this. Many persons did not like it. and we want to ensure that this is not a part of the game, right? And this is after she played so well to ensure that Jamaica qualified for successive women's World Cups. Yeah. So now, if you give her our props, man, give her our props, people, rather than go out there and do what you did. You know yourself. All right, you know yourself. So the federation stands in full support of our players and will do all possible to ensure their protection and well-being. CONCACAF is aware of the abuse. So the powers that be, CONCACAF, CAF, who deals with the whole women's thing right now, they are aware of what transpired. I would assume that the JFF would have reported it to them because they don't want a reoccurrence of it. Even if it reoccurs, they will try as best as possible to, you know, have someone held accountable, and the person that is culpable will definitely um, pay the price. You know what I mean? So yeah, that is it with Trudy Carter. I mean, it is sad to know that after playing such a lovely game, she was involved in three of the goals. Three of the goals she was involved in, and kudos to her on that. A matter of she scored the first goal to put Jamaica ahead after persons were doubting her ability and in terms of how she played in the previous games, that the coach should not start her. She went into that game, she had a little space, she played her game, and she played well. Scored the first goal, you know what I mean? Um, she was involved again in the third goal where we got a penalty. She was taking a shot, and the arm of the Asian player went out, and it stopped the ball from projecting where it was going, but it was inside the box, so it was a handball. And then she provided the assist, the cross that gave Drew Spence that, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful header on goal to seal the deal for us. So Trudy Carter was well involved in three of the four goals that Jamaica scored against Haiti. So for something like that to happen, it is unacceptable. And I mean, I hope the person or persons will just come out and apologize. So that this thing not escalate. You know what I mean? So welcome everyone. Welcome again. For those who are coming in, thanks for tuning in. Those who have joined, big up yourself. Appreciate you joining. We just want to have a quick chat on the game to come. Of course, you can call in. Let me put up the number. 876-474-3538. That's the number. You can always call in, like the stream, share the stream if possible. Tell a friend to tell a friend. If you're new around here, of course, please remember if you're new to subscribe to the channel. That is also a free way to show that you support the coach's desk and the work that we have been doing over the past 2 years. Yeah, man. 2 years ago, we decided to venture into the sporting blog thing, and it is working. We had a channel before, it never did a word, nothing. Now we decided to start the sports aspect, which we were quite affair on. Yeah, man. So, big up on yourself. All subscribers, big up on yourself. All subscribers, big up on yourself. And if you have not yet subscribed, now is a good time. Now would be a good time. Because trust me, you're gonna be getting sports, right? Sure. You know what I mean? So yeah, big up on yourself, people. Let me check out the comment section before we start to, ramble on what we expect the girls to do, what um, we believe that they can do going forward in this semi-final encounter. Hey, a long time we not talk about football, and to know that a team is actually going to a semi-final, a team is actually in a semi-final. So it's a big deal for us. It's a big, big, big deal. And we not talk Len, and we not talk KFC. You want to hear me? Big deal, Len. Big up yourself. You want to hear me? Don't. You want to hear me? All right. So, Rob Smith, big up yourself, Rob Smith. As usual, you're always here supporting. Andrew, big up yourself, Andrew. You as well. Yeah, man. You're early on this one, though. Hold on, the wrong button. Because you never get the notification. I don't know why I'm doing notification. Hey, YouTube, send out my notification on YouTube. What you go on with YouTube? All right. Yeah, man. Andrew, I just read the press release from JFF that they are, well, they have not been nonchalant about the situation. They came out and they spoke to ensure that persons know that they knew what happened, that the baller was racially abused, and they will have none of it. You know what I mean? They said in no uncertain term they will have none of it, and so forth. So hence the reason we're talking about it in the early part of the stream. You know what I mean? Have a sip a little of the water, but we're not getting a free ad. Me, I try to cover it. Not get a free ad. No. Yeah, man. So Rob Smith is saying, hope it wasn't a Jamaican. Yeah, well, we're not sure. It would be even worse if it's a Jamaican. Fitness with Jerome, big up yourself. Yeah, man, big up yourself. Does Nikki Vogue, big up yourself. What's the deal with Trudy? You know, some people racially abuse her, though. Yeah, man, them racially abuse her, Chant upon her and thing. I don't know me. I've not seen it. Possible they probably would have deleted the whole Instagram thing. Yeah, probably would have deleted it. So, but it was done. You know what I mean? And yeah, Nicky Vogue, big up yourself. Real football fan. Toughy Rudy, hey Toughy Rudy, come like a long time we don't see you around here. No Toughy Rudy, what go on? You're on vacation and now Toughy Rudy, so you're free up. Yeah, know Toughy Rudy. Toughy Rudy, honestly, come like a long time we don't see you around here. Correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, Toughy Rudy. But yeah, man, come like a long time we not seen around here. You look insect around. Anyways, um, I'm on vacation, still turning. It's 1 a.m. here in Italy. Oh, me know say some vacation in the Pantoffi Road. So the time difference would not have allowed you to, log on 1 a.m. They catch that one, man. Big up yourself, man. Big up yourself, Toffee Road. Go and enjoy your vacation, man. Yeah, man. Me I try enjoy mine too. Rising above that. Still can't stop the 4-0. Yeah, man. I'm on vacation in Italy. That's okay. But no, say me right, man. A long time I not see about here. You know what I mean? So yeah, people. All right. We have a very, 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 very enthralling encounter coming up. Tomorrow evening, where the Reggae Girls have qualified for the World Cup. Yeah? Let me say that again. The Reggae Girls who have already qualified for the World Cup. Yeah? Important encounter coming up. Semi-final encounter. Yeah? against one of the top nations in CONCACAF. One of the top nations in CONCACAF, the Reggae Girls will be playing that team. And that team is none other than Canada, who has also qualified for the World Cup. Both teams are in the semifinals. So, I mean, Canada is a very, very good team, formidable opponent. So, therefore, we ain't going to be taking them lightly. And a matter of fact, whichever way this thing turn out, it is still going to be good for us. But the fact of the matter is that we want to win this game to set something that would have been unprecedented where the football is concerned. World Cup and Olympic qualification. So it will be good, this is the 60th year of our celebration, and to have this team qualify for the World Cup, that's a plus, Then if the team will qualify for the Olympic, then that are gonna make you worse. You know what I mean, man. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. So, yeah, I think it's going to be a very good encounter. Coming off the high that the Reggae Girls are coming off, Canada would also be coming off a high. I'm expecting a very good game. Very good encounter. We might see end-to-end stuff. Yeah? We might see end-to-end stuff. We might see a team or two teams that will be playing enterprising football. I liked how the Reggae Girls played the other night. They weren't subjected to playing a low block. They were ensuring that they step up the tempo, step on the gas. Step on the gas, and they did press, they did attack this Asian team. And with that said, it tells me that they are able to play enterprising football. The Canadian team is a good team as well. So definitely we are looking forward to this encounter, and I want the win. I don't know about you. I want the win. And I don't think this is any undue pressure on the girls. They have already qualified for the World Cup. So, I mean, it's no undue pressure. It's about the beautiful game played by beautiful ladies. I want to see them go out there and, deal with the matter. Canada, sorry. But we want that one. Yeah? We need this one in Canada. We need to go to the Olympic. A matter of fact, Canada is the reigning Olympic champion, So, on a pure team we're going to play, Canada is a top team, They won the last Olympic. So, it's a good, this is going to be a good encounter. You see, if this team, the Reggae Girls, continue to play consistent football, continue to play games, trust me, it would be interesting to know what they will do if this team can get it together in terms of preparation. This team is going to be unstoppable. Gonna be unstoppable, man. No doubt about it. Unstoppable. What am I saying? Unstoppable. Unstoppable. Because 2 weeks preparation, no practice game, and they played so well. I don't know what transpired against US. They probably say, all right, see 3 points in US. But you know why I want to win this game? Because I'd love to play back that America team. With us qualifying for the World Cup already, I'd love to play back this USA team. Because could have been sweet revenge. And if we win, sweet victory. You know what I mean? So, so persons who now believe that the coach is no good, one of them, gonna hiding with those chess moves. And I think the coach will continue to put his coaching acumen out there for persons to realize and recognize that he's not bad. He's a very decent coach. You understand? So we really want us to win this game so we can have a rematch with the United States. Take them on and deal with them case. Yes. Even though the US team is a two. If we pass Canada, we're gonna play Olympic champ winner. And if we reach back to the US, we're gonna play the world champion twice. You understand? You understand, people? You understand? So, yeah, man, we want back that grudge match, the people. We really want back that grudge match. Because it's going to be interesting. I think the vibe in the camp is right. Listen, you see the coach? This coach doesn't give a lot of information out, you know. Check the levels when he talk. When he does his press conferences, so you notice how he big up the Asian team and say them a good opponent and they're a good team and they play. So him lord the team. And then probably make them be comfortable and think everything is nice and dandy. And just pounce on them. Pounce on them. Pounce on them. You know what I mean? So this coach, look like him play a lot of chess, man, and him know how to deal with the thing. And it's a good look. It is a good look. So let us see what will happen now. Let us see what will happen. But this coach not give out a lot of information. Look here how you dig, you know, get no whole lot of information from him. Alright, so let me check out the comment section. And we're gonna be putting up a starting 11 to prediction and starting 11. So we soon put up that. What we think will start the game. I somewhat think there might be changes, but I don't know. Where was I on the comment list? Okay, Andrew said, man in Italy. Yeah, man. Be back for the 100-meter finals. All right, Tuffy Rudy. Who you bring, Tuffy? Nicky Vogue, very tactical team. Yes. Hey, Nicky, I like when you know the football, you know. Trust me. It's when a lady know the football. I like that. I like that. You know, say, when we have conversation about the football, conversation now goes one-sided. You understand? We say, what's Sarah Anjo? we need more practice match other than Canada right here there. Let's go Jamaica. Yes. Zebev, the Canadian team is the Olympic champion, but we can beat them. Of course we can beat them. Ludwig, blessings. Big up yourself. Horace Carnleaf, big up yourself. Yeah, man. We want a rematch. Yeah, definitely. MPEC in the building. Big up yourself, MPEC. And big up Worm. Baba. Well, I'm the mind can't see Worm right now, MPEC. You want to see a Baba, but you can't see a Baba. Yeah, man. MPEC say greetings. It's sounding better than in the basement. What basement you talking about, MPEC? Winston at Fowling. Big up yourself, Winston Fowling, coach. I can see we beating Canada, but I am hopeful. I can't see we beating Canada. Okay. Good team, you know, good team. They can be beaten, man. They can be beaten. Can be beaten. We have to play a disciplined game. You see the game that we played against 80, very solid in the defensive end of things, and we were potent up front. Yes. If we employ such tactics and discipline in our play, then certainly we can overthrow this Canadian team. So we can get the rematch with US. Yeah. Um Malcolm X, pick up yourself. How can Jamaica qualify for the Olympics? Is it only first place? No, man. I think the two teams that go to the final will qualify for the Olympics. So both teams that reach the final will qualify for the Olympics. The match is gonna be tomorrow evening. I think it's gonna be at about what 9 again. Pick up yourself, Jason Gona. If US can be beaten, why? Of course, any team can be beaten, but how? How? It's gonna be difficult to beat this US team, but they can. Kevin Williams, big up yourself. In order to beat this US team, we have to play discipline. Hey, easy if you go around this US team still, they're fast, they're strong, they're agile, they're skillful, they play with precision. They are just a very, very, very formidable team. I mean, out of this world, man, tell them, man. Out of this world. Mm-hmm. Out of this world, man, tell them. Trust me. It plus Jason Gona, it doesn't matter how strong a team is, they certainly have some form of weaknesses. And it is us to really recognize the weaknesses of this Canada team and as well as the US team and try to exploit them. So in answering your question, of course they can be beaten. Once we find out their weakness, identify their weaknesses, then we can try as best as possible to exploit those weak areas. You know what I mean? Because it is every team. And even with our weak areas, we have to ensure that we contain them because they play that ball on our left side so ever so often. And they try to do diagonal passes inside. But with the addition of Satara Murray, then certainly it is going to be a different ball game about back US. Mm-hmm. The Canada team not far off the US team. That's why I asked. Yeah. But again, Jason, good question, man. And the point is taken. And that's why when I made mention of their weaknesses, you asked the question and I answered it for both teams. Because in order to defeat these teams, we have to exploit their weaknesses. A matter of fact, when they're coming at us, they're going to try to exploit our weakness. Whether it is the left side or the right side, whether it is down the middle, whether it is the diagonal, whether it is through the right channel, left channel, whether it is through the lines, whether it is counter attack, mid block, low block, whichever, they are going to try and exploit our weakness. And like I've always said throughout this campaign, I believe we have quality players. So the quality players are able to pull out the stops. So if they try to exploit, I mean, in-game management is going to be critical as well. How do we handle the pressure of trying to be exploited? That is another thing. Yeah. So we of course it can be done, man. So if we take on this Canada team, And we go in it with a mindset that we're going to try and break them down. Remember, the number 6 for 80, the number 7, they got little or no space, When they had the ball, it's like our defenders up in their face, If you notice, Wilshire up there, and that is the wing that they mainly attack on. So it is evident that the coach can put together a plan against any team. He said that the girls did not play according to plan against the US team the first time they met. So because they broke down, then people start to say the coach not good and all of these things. But it is evident that he knows what he's doing and he can actually put measures in place to try as best as possible to break down teams. And we saw that against the 80 team. All right. So, yeah, man, let me continue in the comment section. So what are your thoughts, Jason Guna? That's why they are the best in the world. Yeah, man. Sean Everbless. Even in U22, US is good. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. You know, we went to watch a women's football game, and the level me see the female them are playing. It's not normal over here, It's not normal. The females them are turn leather. They understand the game, off the ball movement, move into space. Yo, tactical awareness. Them have it. Because what? They play a lot of football. Various levels. Yeah? Good thing we have we have the ability to get players who are developed in other jurisdictions. That is good for us. Nicky Vo, coach, they are very skilled, fast, they execute and can improvise. Yes, that's the US. Fresh God, big up yourself, big up yourself, big up yourself, people. Hey, we need about 40 subscribers to reach 18,000 mark. 13,000. Before World Championship end, people, we want to reach a 20K. I would certainly appreciate it. So tell your friend to tell your friend to tell your friend to tell your friend to tell your friend about the coach's desk. Yeah? Because we're putting in the work for you. When we get the information, we bring it to you. You know what I mean? When we get the track information, we are drop track news to you. When we get the football information, we are drop it over here. I want to say cricket and basketball too. Yeah, we have them links to it, But guess what? We just keep it in these two of my favorite. You know what I mean? So big up yourself, Fresh. Manners and respect. Pagan, big up yourself, Pagan. The erudite in the building. Big up Pagan, big up the Jamaican diaspora. Yeah, man, big up everybody who linked to Jamaica. Cricket and basketball are rubbish. All right, you hear Andrew now. A controversy you want to spark, So guess what? You know, answer that. You sip some water. Yeah, man. Island Cart, what go on? It is true that we are getting 6 more players. I heard it from Ryan. 6 more players for the ladies. For which game? I'm not sure. Check with my sources. Then. That way there. Or one of my sources over in Mexico. All right. So the people them are roll over. Man of God, big up yourself, Andrew. I laugh. I do agree with that. With the right plan and execution, any team can be beaten. Okay, but what you still say? Me not still in your answer. Coach, what does cricket and netball have in common? Cricket and netball. Tell us, MP. My mental now stretch right now. Kyle Wallace, big up yourself, you know. Jamaica has a coach who knows most of his players. It's complemented with quality from ladies that play in one of the highest leagues in the world. UK complemented with an A licensed Jamaican coach. Hey, Kyle Wallace, a good point that you're making now because listen, many persons thought that the coach does not know the players because of the way the team played against United States. And you see, we just try to discredit what US is or what they can do on the pitch. You understand? Don't discredit that. Do not. So Kyle, a big comment that. Big, massive comment that. The coach knows the players. Wasn't he around when the team was qualified for the World Cup? Huh? Wasn't he around? Island card. You did ask a question. No, I don't know about that. Sources said them not hear anything on that part. Um, Gregory, the cricket weak coach, West Indies is like they're playing foolishness. Coaches decks. Me used to like cricket, you know, but West Indies just make me not like it again. Chris Gale in particular. You know, say, hey, me used to we sit up all night and watch cricket, you know. Me tap to that. Umpire. You know, I was thinking somewhere along the lines of the players, but me never did I think in reference to the umpires. Mm-hmm. Elder Chetty, darling, big up yourself. Yes, he knows the players, but that does not make up for the lack of practice matches needed to gel exactly. And I mentioned that earlier, Kyle. So we're on the same page. This team will look 10 times better with Kyle. Kyle, you know what you do? You listen what me did say before and I repeat what everything what me say. The piece of that you do. Because you're so on point. Real baller, big up yourself. Coach, your birds, them a fly like grown dove. They were wrong on the Murray info. Manning's bird can fly like chicken. Wrong on which Murray. Remember, which Murray info. Remember, I told you that Murray, two sources we get from Real Baller. The first information I gave was that Murray will be playing and Bailey won't be playing. Then me get a message. People in a comment and said none of them now play. So I say, all right, me I go find out again. One next person tell me the same thing when me hear. And then me check on next source, the third one Real Baller. And them say the girl's not in Mexico. And I said everything that I heard. So you may not understand the source thing and bird and them something there. Eh? Me not understand Real Baller. Where did I go wrong on that? Because everything when me hear from the sources me telling about. You understand? Check the stream again. Mm-hmm. But on a bird me use, man. The Mannings, man, is the bird, man. Me get call or message. You understand? Yeah, man. I saw the thing set, man. Mm-hmm. So real baller, big up yourself. Great minds think alike. Yes, Kyle, me know, man. Me know. That powerful, that powerful. Christopher Carr, big up yourself. Coach, your source wrong because you said that Murray or Bailey not in Mexico and they were not. But Fabian Full, you know, hear what me I say, no. Fabian Full, just listen to Fabian Full. Me no say me never said that. Fabian Full, listen again. Me I gotta talk slowly. Me I zoom in on your comment. Me I zoom in on your comment, Fabian Full. Remember, you know, I got the information from 3 sources. Me tell you, no, say, source 1 said Murray will be playing. Bailey won't be playing. So Murray got the clearance. People in the comment say one bag of things, so me check source 2. Source 2 tell me the same thing what source 1 tell me. And everything me hear from the sources, them me tell you no. Because people still oppressed, me go check our next source. Source 3. Source 3 say the girls are not in Mexico. So when we put that information out, what did I say? Boy, I don't know, you know. Me don't know. Because me I hear from different sources. But the consistency of it is that everything me hear from the sources, me tell you no. So one of the sources was wrong. You're right. But that never said the correct information wasn't put out. Talk to me nice, Fabian Full. Fabian Full. You know we have the thing locked up. I walk cook bird, all this bird. Listen on a bird, me deal. A man is a bird man. We not take a man's title. E Shore Sport is the bird man. I am the phone man. I answer the calls. Big up yourself. Coach, me used to watch cricket late night too, like around 12. But me stop do that now. West Indies make me lose my love. Yeah, man, I true, man. I follow up the results and all of that because I'm a sports fanatic. But, now I lose my sleep for that again. Nah, do it. We have to give you a pass, coach. You're a general, sir. Yeah, man, them don't know, man. Me know in a real ball, like, I'm giving you the information that I get. No, we if you decipher which one of the source wrong, but me can't tell you the source. So wanna beat this. Me can't tell you the source because the source. Anyways, pick up yourself, Neo Sovereign, erudite in the building. I go on Neo. Bless up CD and the CD family. Win or lose, not important to me. I want the girls to give a good account of themselves against a top team. Build character and confidence. Exactly. But Neo, you know why winning is important to me right now, Neo? Me want to buck back US in on Neo. Me want to buck back US in on Neo. That's the only reason, because we done qualify already. We done qualify already. Machine a roll through. Be a nice stomach still. I don't hear the round sound on the head. I don't hear that. So I just be a nice stomach. You see me? I care people they wouldn't know me at that, but oh. Yeah, Neo. More they win, man. MPEC, the one who told you that they are not in Mexico for dash it. So MPEC, remember I said I saw we assess the situation, I saw we assess the situation because 3 strikes in a baseball, no. Me get 2 right. Or 2 I said the same thing and 1 I said different. Who you think say me I go believe? Who you think say me I go believe? Come on, you know me better than that, people. But me still have to tell you what me hear. My thoughts on the game are all all about not conceding early. All right, cool. That makes sense because sometimes when I think that is what threw off 80, when they conceded early. A matter of fact, when we conceded early against the US, that is also what threw off our game. So it is important, that is true, Jason Guna. It is important that we don't concede early, right? Our confidence got shattered. All right, see there with the 2 early goals versus US, and they usually causes teams to deviate from the game plan. Exactly. So if we can hey, listen to me. You see this Canadian team as well. Them now ease up like the Asian team in a virgin. Let me sip some liquid. Listen, this Canadian team not relenting either, Me can't tell you that to them. I watch them, Bad team, They now ease up, Straight acceleration, Mm-hmm. So you're right there, Jason Guna. So once we keep them out, and not able to, allow them to eat us early. You know what I mean? So we can sort that out. Yeah, man. All right. Kylie saying, I hear a bag of Jamaican ladies from the parish of England are beating down the door to join our girls' wagon. Is it true? England lost, Jamaica's again? Well, listen, I gotta tell you now again. I checked with a source, and the source said it's the first time they're hearing that bit of information when I asked the question. So we have to go put a bullet beside that one, and then we go to the next source and bullet that source, and we go down the line. Don't MPEG, because we don't want to throw the sources them. But if you're consistently giving falsified information, then we no longer need your services in it. But let us see. And of course, Kyle, that could be true. Where a lot of ladies will be interested because we qualify for the World Cup. So of course, that could be true. Many might be knocking on the door. That could be true. Let me sip some crystal punch. Yes. So Neo Sovereign is saying again, beating Caribbean teams we are ranked higher against is good. Holding our own against US, Canada, or a EU game suggests progress. Yes. And as we were saying earlier, Neo, you see this team? If this team worked together for 2 weeks and didn't get the opportunity to play any practice game and they are playing so well, could you imagine if they got like 4 weeks with possible 3 practice games? Then nobody couldn't touch it. It's all about the consistency of how they play and their understanding of the coach's philosophy. Because I can tell you, coaches not play one way, You might think say a coach play a particular way, but he has pieces up his sleeve because all this coach looking up, Kyle and Neo. This man look like he's a chess player, The man I'm going to overemphasize this. I say the man makes some chess move in the game versus 80. And them chess move that cause us to be in the World Cup. So don't play with the coach. All who say the coach not good. Where are they now? Can't hear or see them. Who this in that place? What on there? Rich Po? What going now, Rich Po? What a piece, a consistent explanation delivered. You hear? and speak accordingly. Diplomatic 2022. Hey, Rich Poe. Hey, you see that look shiny the way I have. I want to come say you see. Punky that. You Rich Poe. Tap me, I tell you. Consistent explanation delivered. Coach, I watch the machine so or the machine driver so. No man, me a lover of speed in terms of car, you know. A car lover, you know. This time I love sports, that's some I love cars too. Yeah man, me like see when machines swoop up and I run good. But that one no sound like it's set man. Just sound like them just put on a big muffler and it just make noise. You see me I say? Mm-hmm. I am with you, coach. I want the US rematch. Yes, man. At that man. Rematch, we say, man. We need an early goal. Yes, Caris. Sound like Kamara or Chance with. No, man. You know, say it's an Integra, a Cura Integra. That one there. But it look away. It don't look so hot, and it don't sound so hot either. I can go through hills and valleys, you know. Yes, I agree. If we get an early goal and don't concede early, it would be better for us. Yes, so we have to work on that. How fair is it to compare Jamaica to Michael Norman and Canada? I want to reach poor man. How fair is it to compare JA to Michael Norman? Who are compare Jamaica to Michael Norman, boss man? Hey, 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 listen, hey, Rich Poor, me tell you what I want, you know. A matter of fact, me I drop the link for your company stream. Me buff back you. Me a come, Richard. Me a go break up your folly ground. Come on the stream. Come, Richard. See his stream link there. Come, let me break up your folly ground. Coach, you have to ask Vin Blaine. Ask Vin Blaine. What? Richard, don't ask me that. Don't ask me that. I want revenge against Canada. When their men qualified, they over celebrated. Most of our players never experienced cold like that before, like Alphonsus Davis. Okay. So it have to do that like from a man's side for real baller. Actually, and as them say pressure bust pipe and there's no pressure on the girls for this match. No pressure for real actually. Diddley Wings need to do some scouting in England. Hey, MPEC. Tiddly now do no scouting. Tiddly asks about a question. You know, long we ask Tiddly to do some scouting, and all know Tiddly can do no scouting. From the days of the male team and all of that. Tiddly now do no scouting for it. Kirk Russell, bless up. What happened to Trudy Carter? Hey, you see some people racially abuse her on Instagram and discriminate against her. So JFF had to put out and a media release and ensure that CONCACAF heard about the situation and all of that. So letting the public know that they have no tolerance for them thing, there, no uncertain term. So if you not plan to do them something, the people no stop it. Stop it. Don't do it. Stop it. You understand? It's not a good look, man. As somebody said, hope it's not a Jamaica. Eagle Republic, pick up yourself now. There are a grand total of 3 black girls on England's squad. Tell England and Queen Elizabeth to send all the England-born girls and keep the deportees in the prison. See you, Eagle Republic. Maria, the coach still, but do you think he can set up the team to play good against a big team? What is your take up? Hey, no. You know, Very good question, Island Card. Obviously, he has nothing to lose in this one. Qualified for the World Cup already. He did indicate that he had a game plan against the United States, but the girls did not. The girls did not play to plan. So the girls did not execute. Saying that to say, Island Card, of course, I believe that he's able to set up the team to match these top teams in CONCACAF. Right? I do believe that. It has to be some sort of synergy where both parties play their part. So the coach set up a tactical plan to go out there, and the girls' duty is to execute. So if that is not done, then it's going to be difficult. But of course, I think he can set them up. He can. Machine never did a fire. No, sir, actually, not fire at all. Kyle Wallace, in Donaldson, the Reggae Boyz slash girls shots. All right, Kyle, big up yourself. So I drop the link and I'm waiting on that tiddlywinks, you see. That tiddlywinks called Richard. We want that tiddlywinks to come on this channel so we can cut his tiddlywinks and break up his tiddlywinks. Yo! That card talk sound like you're talking about the bandana 2022 Mike Norman super model. Watch him fly. Hey, Rich, listen to me. You saw me love a matter of fact, I not gonna say that. I want to wait till you cut me. See if you come on the stream, I cuff you with that. I go cuff you with that if you come on the stream. I know Coach Donaldson will have to rest on players like Swaby, so I'm not expecting a lot. I would really like the coach to make the adjustments so that we can show an improved performance. People talking sports too serious. Joan Spence, big up yourself, man. Welcome. What? Hey, sports is life, you know, brother. Actually, are you there? Can you imagine a world actually without sports? What would it be? We probably would have been on a political desk or a creative desk or a diamond desk. You know what I mean? Yeah. Who knows? But I mean, sports is life, man. People keep saying Donald's the coach some of the US players that was at the youth level. Coach Minzy, what does Cranky say think about Coach Donaldson now? Did he withdraw his criticism of the coach? Me don't know enough. Let me call Cranky. Let me see if Cranky can answer him phone right now. Can't not pressure Cranky, you know. I call Cranky. Cranky can defend himself on that. No, Cranky can defend himself. See if him can come defend himself. Hold on. Wanna hear Kiara again? Wanna hear Kiara again? Alright, Cranky now answer to. When you forward Eagle Republic, you have put your foot in the wrong. Now sit down, Rich Paul. I simply will not have my name introduced in such a way. You saw the shambles overseen by those said man. That one was tiring, Richard. Rich Post Sports. That one was tiring. I don't see why we can't compete against Canada. I think we very well can. Viva the Reggae Girls. Mr. Donaldson has done well and has a vision. Rich Bro, what are your thoughts against Canada? What are your thoughts? What would you say is the key to victory, Richard? Racism again, Trudy. Can't be Asians, all black. Check it out, coach. See if we're Mexican Americans and Canadians fans. It was on Instagram, you know, so I don't know. Andrew Gray, ICOJ, Fred's TV. You know, the coach game plan is coming out each game. The girls play, just give him some more time with them and see. Yeah, I believe that. Ian, big up yourself. I'm really hoping for a massive upset when Jamaica plays Canada on Friday. Friday or tomorrow? Friday World Championship I talk about, you know. Coach Dex, do you think he should set up the team to defense mode in the first half and see how the girl can defend well? And in second half, they should do counter attack and see how that works. For me, no island card, that's straight. I would prefer mid block rather than a low block. And he indicated that if Jamaica sit back and to show too much respect to 80, we're going to be in problems. And he changed that. Yeah. So they played differently. They were in attack mode. You understand? So I wouldn't want them to play that sort of a game, island card. Remember, they can make in-game adjustments, you know, and that's where the management of the manager comes in. The man now come, you have to play a Ludo. Straight chess. Yeah, man. The Reggae Girls have demonstrated what it means to have a unified one Jamaica team with a decent coach. The JFF needs to have hire a pro licensed coach for the boys and stay out of the coach's way. You see, the manager have to be somebody very much influential. That will be the key. Peter Evans, have any idea on other reggae girls interested in joining the team? Example, Reese James' sister. Reese James' sister can't play for Jamaica. You don't hear that already, man? Reese James' sister cannot play for Jamaica. Peter Evans, she can't play for Jamaica. Unless she got change her nationality. But no. Persons are going to show interest. But I've not gotten a list of persons who are showing interest. Because we're going to World Cup, people are going to show interest, yes? But no. I would love to see a 5-4-1 formation against Canada to frustrate the hell out of them. All right. Prepare to defend yourself. Ian Campbell, I totally agree with you on that. We need to see how well they can defend, you know. Ian wanted a three. What you wanted the other day? 3-5-2, Ian, and the coach played a different thing from what you wanted, and using that formation that the coach decided to use and not your formation. So sometimes it's not so much what we want. Remember, the coach, they're going to do some intensive look in on some of the teams, you know, what we might be looking at, he's not looking at that. Remember. Hey Richard, me now put you on this, you know, because you talk about Dalios and antics. Me now bring you on Richard. And this up the desk in a virgin about Dalios and credibility. Hey, Richard, you see if you come on here with that, you're gonna take out the belt, you know. You're gonna go for your Levi's, you know. That me I tell you. Oh, about credibility and Dalios. Be careful, Richard. You tread upon some dangerous waters, you know. You are put your foot in a hole, my you stuck. Canada will be using the entire width of the field as it is their last game. The crosses will be coming in from the wings. Coach, I was saying that the people who said the racist things to Trudy Carter was taking sports too serious. I'm guessing they weren't Jamaican. Oh, okay. If we score early against Canada, we can beat them. Going into the second half, 2-0 up, we can defend that. All right, we have Kyle joining us.
What's up, Coach? How you doing?
What you deal with, Kyle?
Man, I'm happy. I'm over the moon.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's good to have the girls carrying the flag high. Considering all what we have been through recently, mentally with the boys. The boys issue.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, my question to you is this: doesn't Donaldson dispel the myth that we need a European, quote unquote, Caucasian coach to have a successful program?
Is it a myth? Was it said that we need a Caucasian?
Well, people have been saying, considering, after when we lost, that they don't want no more Jamaican coach, and they don't want, you know, basically that's what they said, that they don't want a Jamaican coach. So the second option would be a European coach.
Yes, because the difference though, Kyle, is that this Jamaican coach is qualified outside of Jamaica.
Exactly.
So that is a very, very huge difference in the conversation.
Exactly. And that is my point. I've always advocated for a Jamaican coach, be it local or foreign, that has the A license. You know what I mean? Because once you have a winning product, people will come on board. And Donaldson proved that. We have qualified, and now everybody wants to jump on board.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, I'll always advocate that we get a Jamaican with the highest licensure, and just invest in the right structure so we can have a winning product. Whether it's boys or girls, it's that formula is simple. That that speaks for itself. Donaldson prove it. So anybody coming with this garbage about we have to get a foreign coach or a white coach because sponsors going to get involved, it does not make any sense. Donaldson proves that. Okay.
You know, Kyle,
Uh,
I was one of them who said that we need a foreign coach.
I know, but I didn't want to bring it up.
No, no, man.
You
Me,
go
me,
on.
me can't defend myself, you know.
All right, go on.
No, that's why I said the for you can consider Donaldson as a foreign coach, you know, because he doesn't live in Jamaica.
Right, but he is a Jamaican.
Yes, but we did not specify a
No,
Jamaican.
no, 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 no. I
Hold
always
on.
specify that. Go on, go on.
No, not me. Well, you might hear it elsewhere, but not me.
Okay,
Paul Hall is a foreign coach,
okay,
and he has a pro license.
right.
So when I say foreign coach, I didn't go to the extreme and say Michelangelo looking individual. No,
Okay, cool.
I did not say that.
Because I have heard that on other platforms, and I won't call no name.
And that's why I defend myself because
All
I
right,
know what me say.
all right, cool, boss.
Yeah, man.
Right. So, I believe that it's imperative for us to advocate, keep things in context as to what type of coach we want to run our programs. And my reason is simply, when you have a Jamaican coach, whether he is local or overseas, he has to be of the highest standard, and he must, and he comes with knowing the culture,
Yes.
and that goes a far way.
Mm-hmm.
Look how relaxed Donaldson and Paul Hall is within the culture. They see things and they understand things that it would take a quote unquote foreign coach to understand, and they know how to deal with it directly. And that's why I believe there are similarities with Donaldson and Paul Hall in that they don't take no nonsense. They know what a professional structure is, and they
Mm-hmm.
know what it brings to get success.
Yes.
You know, I would rather have that. Be it that they might cost them their jobs. I don't care, and that's where the fans come in. We have to learn to support our coaches and players when they're in the right. Speak up, make a stand. That's where I stand on the whole issue, because
Yeah,
we
man.
can't, we can't take nonsense no more.
Right.
We can't take mediocrity and arms out. Those days are done. In my
Yes. All right. Before we go any further, Kyle, big up to the persons on Facebook that are sending shout out. Bless up yourself. Today is not the match. The match will be tomorrow. The match will be tomorrow, people. On Facebook. The match will be tomorrow. Yeah, Kyle. Now, you see, Kyle, the difference, if we're going to use local coaches, and you see, sometimes it's just to make the distinction. When some people made mention of local coaches, they are talking coaches on the island. Some people.
right,
When some people talk about local coaches, they are broadening it from home and abroad.
right,
But to me, the level at which the homegrown coach are in terms of qualification, I think Duki might have the highest license in the country. But
can I
you
say,
look at some former players like a Freddie Butler. Freddie Butler is well qualified. You have others that are well qualified, and they are not getting the time of the day because what? They are Jamaicans.
did Freddie get his A license yet? Because the last time I spoke to him, he was working on his B license.
I think it's his B license he have. UEFA B.
Okay, okay, right. Yeah, but person like Coley, that man has basically left the island, and he's gotten, experience overseas. People like that,
Mm-hmm.
people like that should be a part of the program.
But
Personally,
hold on, Kyle, because they know how the setup is.
mm,
These persons aren't gonna leave where they are now to get back in a dilapidated system like this.
I know.
Sad to say.
Yeah, well, my fear is, I was talking to Mannins, and basically he was going over some conspiracy, and his fear was that those guys that they sent to Trinidad to get the A license, they're basically going to put them into positions of coaching the national team. I am for them being a part of the national team, but but running a national program like being a senior coach, I am totally against it, because having a license, you should always have that experience also to basically complement it. And those local coaches have local experience, not like a Donaldson or a Paul Hall who have international experience with it. See how a first world system is run. These local coaches basically see how a third world system is run. And that to me is my fear. That even though they might have that license, they might still come back with that mentality saying that, we're going to try run things in a haphazard way.
Mm-hmm.
That's my fear. But I do believe that they should be part of the national program, but they should be under coaches who have the international experience, like a Paul Hall or a Donaldson. You know what I mean? That would complement them. Let
Hold
them.
on. Kyle, we have Carl Wallace. Is that your dad?
That's my father, sir.
Big up, big up yourself, sir. Carl Wallace. Big up yourself, man. Good to have you in the chat, man. He must send a message in that chat, you know.
Oh, good. Yeah, 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 man.
Ian is asking if Paul Hall is Jamaican. Ian, the
Oh,
mass is talking about the local coaches who are in Jamaica.
but coach, just answer him yes and done, man. He's asking if Paul Hall is Jamaican. He is. In fact, why are you even asking that question? He was part of the World Cup qualifying team. Ask Ian if he knows his history, football and history. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to be so um, abrasive. But
But
come on.
hold on. Fresh. Let me ask the question again because people probably are get it. Lorne Donaldson is a local coach.
Let me.
Paul Hall is a local coach. Are you saying now, gentlemen in the chat, that you want none of those coaches who would have had experience overseas? Answer the question.
Coach, can I just say this?
Mm-hmm.
Lord Donaldson is a Casey old boy. Okay? That's his history. He played Manning Cup for Casey. He got a scholarship and go to the States and take up coaching. All right. That's so local it is.
Mm-hmm. You there?
Who me? Yeah, man.
Yeah. But look at this list that Eagle Republic sent out.
Mm.
Robin Fraser, MLS. Paul Hall, UK. Darren Moore, UK. Hugh Menzies, USA. Lorne Donaldson, USA. Tyrone Marshall, USA. Michael Johnson, UK. Freddie Butler, USA. Miguel Coley.
All right. Ask them to pick two coaches from there who would coach the men and one to coach the women.
Well, Lorne is already coaching the women. So
Well, yeah, but well, true.
so
But
let us ask them two. Choose two of these coaches that you'd want to coach a national senior team.
men or women, you have to
The
specify.
men's team.
I would pick Paul Hall and I would pick Donaldson.
To coach the men's team.
Yes, sir. Canada did it. Canada did it. Remember that? The coach that qualified Canada team used to coach the female team. And from what I have seen with Donaldson and his tactics, like you spoke of, this man is part genius.
Somebody say Hall should be the coach. Morgan for the men. There's no Morgan here. MPEC, there's no Morgan. We have Darren Moore. We have Paul Hall. We have Robin Fraser, Hugh Menzies, Lorne Donaldson, Tyrone Marshall, Johnson, Butler, Coley. Fabian Pulley saying Paul Hall men, Donaldson female.
A second point to coach. Have you noticed how Paul Hall speaks to the media about the GFF?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I mean, they tear them to pieces, saying that it can't go on no more. They need practice matches. They need to shape up, with the boys and the girls. Players need them visa. It should have been done a long time ago. I love him. This is what we need. We need coaches who can speak on the issue in real time. We can't have a coach like the past coach who was just quiet. And then when things go bad, come on. And you know who I'm talking about, right?
No, tell me.
Tupper.
Mm-hmm.
He was just quiet. I mean, you could not get a word out of Tupper. My God, until you have a tournament. And even then, it was hard to even get something out of him. And then when it did come out, it was so embarrassing. It's like, my God, what is he saying? So I don't know. Here is your friend Richie Poole. Hello, Richie. What's up, man? How you doing?
No, so he now move like my friend Kyle.
Nah.
He might move like a tire will come off a rim and a run down a hill.
Well, him itch up over Talawa House, you know. Him live over there, you know. Him see me over there every night.
Greetings and salutations, big man. Good to hear you on the show.
Salutation, the same thing, boss.
I'm doubling down on positive things. I double down on things positive, unlike some
first
people.
You're getting up. That I first conk you get.
That you call conk. Look here, I'm coming here in peace and love, you know. Coach means you're looking fresh. You're on the eve of the World Championships, on the eve of the semi-final of the women's CONCACAF playoffs. We salute the Reggae Girls. We salute them for their outstanding achievement. There's more to come from this crop of players. There's more to come. But this is the moment where I give you the chance to have your say. Because as far as I'm concerned...
No, Richard, hold on, Richard. Yesterday eve on the semi-final, then I give you no question to ask. Me ask a question them today.
Come with it.
What are your thoughts on the girls taking on this Canada team? And what are the keys for victory? Me ask you in a comment and you don't answer. Answer no. Speak!
I didn't see your question directed at me in the comments. I was otherwise indisposed. Now, watch the ride. There are levels to this game. First and foremost, we salute the Reggae Girls.
Levels.
You don't know. Now, the Reggae Girls have achieved a wonderful result in qualifying for the World Cup automatically. They met the United States of America, a team that you are chomping at the bit for Jamaica to meet. They were given a sound hiding. Make no bones about it. But they bounced back. They showed composure, commitment, and professionalism, and bounced back outstandingly well against the Haitian team. A good team, but not as good as this Canadian team. Olympic champions, a team of caliber, a team of quality, but this is not the best Canadian team I've seen. Very functional indeed. Lack a bit of a cutting edge. They labored to a 1-0 victory over Panama. It was a game of attack versus defense by way of a training session, if truth be told. But one goal, a solitary goal against Panama, wasn't overly impressed. Now, the Reggae Girls have an opportunity to go toe-to-toe with this team. They can't take liberties with them. Canada can beat them. I think that I'd make them favorites, truth be told. But we can see the Reggae Girls acquit themselves outstandingly well. And of course, at stake is an Olympic slot in Paris. Jamaica have never appeared in the Olympics in football. So this is a live game. Make no mistake about it. How the ladies respond after the highs and the elation of that terrific 4-0 victory over Haiti. A game I watched on Formula Sports and on Talawa TV, and it was a moment of extreme pride. I'm still...
Where watching?
I watched it on the CONCACAF YouTube channel, and
okay.
I was offering commentary and insights on the Formula Sports and Talawa TV. That's the context. Yes, sir. No problem at all. So the Reggae Girls have every opportunity. Oh, I like that. You're a slick operator, you know, Rasta. He's a slick operator. That's good. Respect, CD. Respect. He's a man of the people. Hold on a minute. Wifey, level the vibes. Yeah, man. Give your regards. Wife is a give regards to you. And
big up yourself, wife, Rich Poole.
Listen. Excuse me. Look.
The
Reggae Girls, I expect. Listen, after that late night business, it's a 3 a.m. kickoff against Canada, UK time. It was a 3 a.m. kickoff against Haiti. And I tell you, I'm still recovering. I think Crystal is still recovering a bit as well. But what a magnificent showing. I would like to see the Jamaican team put their best foot forward and give the best account of themselves. It's a live game, a real live match. If they want to push themselves and take it that step further, they need to show professionalism and hunger, tactical acumen, and clinical fishing. That first goal, let me put on record again. That first goal, the opening goal against Haiti, was one of the best worked goals I've seen from any representative Jamaican team for a long while. Trudy Carter put the icing on the cake, the cherry on top of a wonderful movement. And this is where I'm going to take the opportunity, Coach, to give you the opportunity to ask me a question and fight back, because this is where I need to get and make it clear you cannot traduce Rich Poe, the reason boss, Tiddlywinks. You cannot traduce my name without justification. You should know better. You simply should know better. Now, I am referring to the Reggae Boyz. The Reggae Boyz. I don't want to speak too much about them at this juncture.
You see, me I thought about say, yeah, that's why I have to use the name Tiddlywinks, because I ask a question and I'll know you answer it, You're gone to Birmingham, and you're gone Rona, and Colchester, or whatever I want to be, and you're gone to London, and you reach back in the answer the question. Speak.
Viewers and subscribers, fellow panelists, Coach Minzy, do I need to reiterate? If I need to, then I will speak. The Reggae girls need to be more clinical in front of goals. The Canadians don't seem to be scoring a bundle of goals. If Jamaica put one past them, and they're more than capable of doing that, if they put their passes together, feed, provide ammunition, live ammunition for the likes of Khadija Bunny Shaw, can find that confidence in her game. If Trudy Carter can continue to play as she has been playing, she rose to the occasion against Haiti. Some people said that she's a bit of a flat track bully, only capable of playing against lower class teams. Well, Haiti was a very good team to pit her wits against, and she did extremely well. A really well taken goal. Defensively, Satara Murray, outstanding. The Swabies, I've got all the time in the world for Alison Swaby. Chantel playing on the right, outstanding defensively and offensively. Drew Spence in the midfield. As Lorne Donaldson said, made me smile. What did he mean by this? Drew Spence is, well, she's a baller. She's a proper footballer. That's what he said.
Footballer. That's exactly
what.
That.
Go ahead.
Diddley, how come England didn't call her, man? That, I mean, to me, that's she's one of the top midfielders in this tournament.
Hey, Kyle, we don't want England call her. You don't get to call her.
But hold on. I am going to follow up that with another question. How many ladies from England want to get on the wagon now, Tiddley?
Listen, I heard you make mention of that, and it's an interesting one. Truth be told, I've not heard of women looking to jump on the Reggae Girls bandwagon as yet. What I would say, though, and it's a very important point, if they chose to do so, they would be onto a good thing. And the reason why I say it's a good thing, the thing about watching the Reggae Girls, they embody one nation out of many, one people. When you see them perform, whether they're actually on the field, whether they're subs, whether they're in the stand, as was Den Blackwood against Haiti, having picked up too many yellow cards, they play for each other. Drew Spence, English accent. Rebecca Spencer, outstanding goalkeeper for Spurs and Jamaica. Yep. English accent. Then you've got Satara Murray. I didn't know where she was coming from. I know she was representing Jamaica. She opened her mouth. There was an American twang. But I tell you what, it's 110% all for one and one for all. They embody unity in numbers. And I wish them the very best going forward. This is a bandwagon that if you get on, you do not have any regrets. Now you compare and contrast that to the Reggae Boyz. Coach Minzy earlier on suggested that I had not played my part in trying to be a recruitment, free of charge apparently, a recruitment driver for Reggae Boyz from England with Jamaican roots. Well, the JFF, the way they conducted themselves, I wouldn't have felt overly comfortable having helped persuade certain players, not that they needed any persuading from the likes of my humble self, an armchair fan, but Rich Post Sports has seen the development of Jamaican men's football. And where the JFF is concerned and the structure, it leaves a bundle, a lot to be desired, a lot to be desired. And the shambolic nature of that World Cup campaign, the way Paul Hall has been treated,
Yes.
it's not a good look. It's not a good look, and it would be disappointing. I played my part. I tried to encourage the likes of Lewis Baker through numerous Twitter inquiries. Do you want to play for the Reggae Boyz? Are you available? Are you eligible? He didn't respond. Has he appeared since? Yes, I'm talking. I'm speaking. Has Lewis Baker appeared? Has he yet indicated he wants to represent the Reggae Boyz? I've not heard a whisper. So it's about keeping things real. It's about people who want to be part of a journey, but when they want to be part of a journey and want to be part of a squad, a team with a vision, you want to have a team that genuinely has a vision. The way that the Reggae Boyz have been treated, the various types of infighting, the isms and schisms, it's not been a good look. My brother above me, is it Kyle?
Yeah, Kyle.
Kyle, what can you pipe up, sir? What's your thought on the comparisons between the Reggae Girls and the Reggae Boyz? Are you surprised at the unity shown and reflected on the whole by the Reggae Girls compared to the Reggae Boyz? Speak, sir. What's your view?
I'm not surprised, and I said this the last time when the girls qualified. In fact, I wrote an article on it on the Reggae Boyz forum, and I said that these girls will qualify for another World Cup before the boys did. So said, so done. And the reasons I listed were they are more professional. There's no infighting. There's no issue with travel arrangements. They have a better coach, and they have a coach who knows the culture. What Mrs. Marley did was exemplary. I mean, you have to take your hat off to that lady, bow down on your knees and tell her thank you. She basically believed in a Jamaican product and she sold it. And everybody just jumped on board. Yes, it did have its little, hiccups, but overall, that's a well-run program. I mean, even though there were hiccups, no practice matches, but she did the right thing. I'm not saying she did or didn't, but the politics behind getting Donaldson was the right thing. She got somebody who she believed had the required standard licensor, who knew the players, who could come in right away, get the team going, and look where we are. We are in a World Cup, and we are going to qualify for the Olympics.
Confident talk, and
keys to victory to qualify us for the Olympics if we are to get past this Canada team.
Spence, attack down the wings and give Bunny Shaw the ball. Canada, well, you know what? We've been saying this for years, but Canada can't beat us for pace. And if we can use those wings and use Spence, because Spence to me is the key. She can unlock any defense and just have Bunny Shaw battering them. I don't see how Canada can cope with us. I really don't. we have that new lady in what's her name, Murray. Murray is still in the back. You know, she, from what I saw in the last game, she was organizing that defense. She was yelling, screaming, and she was involved in most of the skirmishes. She and Swaby, but they looked more unified. You know, granted, if they had more practice matches, then I would be more comfortable. But I'm always betting on the black, gold, and green. You know, win, lose, or draw, black, gold, and green. But go on with them.
I say Brooks. I'm looking at some of the are we pointing the finger at me, Safa? You want my opinion?
Your time to answer, yeah.
Okay, I was looking at the comment section. I'm doubling and multitasking, as women are very good in general at doing. Can I quickly say Brooks? No,
All right,
no,
since
bow
I'm
down to no
multitask,
knees.
look like you want to host the show. So
Look here, keys to victory, similar to what Kyle was saying. I think it's absolutely important that we get our key Reggae Girls players on the ball. I think ball possession is very important. I'm looking for an improvement, confidence-wise and technical-wise, from the Reggae Girls. I believe they have it in them. We can only be the best we can be. Coach Minzy, you are perfect as you are. Kyle, viewers and subscribers, you are perfect as you are. But there's always room for improvement in yourself. Girls, with that first goal that they scored, the way they put the passes together, culminating in Trudy Carter taking the ball early, side footing past the Haitian keeper. It was shades of CR original Ronaldo, El Phenomenon himself. It was a well taken, superbly taken goal. And I believe that if Jamaica believe in themselves, respect the ball, it's not a crime to string 6, 7, 8 passes together. If they are wise and use the pace, as Kyle alluded to, if they can use the pace on the flanks and through the middle, Jody Brown, likes of Trudy Carter, Bonnie Shaw, with that instinct for goal, that thirst for goal scoring, she can be a big difference maker. And a few of the Jamaican players can just be that, a difference maker. I'm betting. Well, no, I'm not a betting man. Let me retract to that. I'm not a betting man, but what I would say is that Jamaica can create even more history if they play their cards right. Bonnie Shaw will be a bag of trouble for the Canadians. They will not be resting quietly and peacefully. Trust me, Bonnie Shaw is a world-class striker. If she gets the service, more service in the right areas, outside the box and inside the box, she can prove deadly in this forthcoming encounter. But the Canadians are very wily and smart. They know if they can put themselves together, control and contain the Jamaican girls, and if they take an opportunity, they know it's one of the hardest things to score a goal at the highest level against very, good opponents. So opening goal will be very crucial, and how you bounce back from that Haitian game will be important. Let's take the game to the Canadians using wisdom, tactical acumen. I'm really impressed with the Jamaican defense. I think they're on their P's and Q's. And with Rebecca Spencer in goal, I think they've got a world-class keeper who knows exactly how to win and is hungry to succeed while being humble. Kyle, speak up, sir. Contribute.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you and Coach Minzes, do you guys see anybody else on the team who is of an elite standard? You know, I personally think Spence and that keeper is elite standard. You know, yeah, that's about it. To be honest, Spence and that goalkeeper, to me, are of elite standard.
That's a great question, Kyle. Why do you ask that question? And I tell you what, can you define what you mean by elite? Because in terms of players that impress, I would just provide the canvas here and now. Alison Swaby.
Yeah,
Alison Swaby has been phenomenal. She has shown her class and quality, and her stock must have gone up and been and increased since her performances in this particular campaign. She has been a shining light in that defense. Rebecca Spencer, as we've alluded to, yes. Drew Spence in the midfield, quality, elite player. Yes, she is. And Bunny Shaw, equally. I think there's more to come from the likes of Jodie Brown. I think that she's still got more to show. Trudy Carter, I think she's one on the rise. And Chantel Swaby, I tell you what,
I think so.
a
Yes,
quality
Swaby
player.
Swaby too.
Yeah, that's what I would say. We've got a few elite players.
Yeah.
I'm watching the European Championships here, and I tell you what, those players that I've just mentioned, they could easily compare to those players I've seen in the European Championship. Spain, France, England, Germany, outstanding teams. Some of these players could actually match up against some of these Jamaican counterparts. Kyle.
Yeah, my classification of elite would be to play in one of the top leagues in the world. So, Spencer is there already. Where does what's her where does Drew play? Does she play for Chelsea?
She was playing for Chelsea. She's now unattached. I'm not sure if she's got a new team, but she spent a good period of her career at Chelsea and acquitted herself outstandingly well. The talent is there. I'm glad that you've spotted it, Kyle.
Yeah, definitely. Swaby too. Definitely Swaby. Swaby too. And that Steele number Murray, definitely Murray also. That to me, those, and like you said, Trudy Carter, Jodie Brown needs a bit more development, but I would take a chance on Jodie also, because she's young and she can grow.
Absolutely, no doubt about it. Satara Murray, she put a smile. I mean, obviously, we know the story that she was waiting on her papers to receive clearance for the Reggae Girls, and she got it at almost the last ditch hour. But the performance that she put in at the heart of the Reggae Girls defense was outstanding alongside Alison Swaby, and it made me smile even more. If you notice, right at the end, when the Haitians were trying to get us consolation goal, it was none other than Satara Murray who put out a thigh and a foot to stop and thwart the Haitians at the last gasp from getting that consolation goal. The shot was let off. She put out the foot, almost a matter of fact style. And what do you think you're doing? You're shooting for goal, but no, sir, no. It's not gonna go in, unimpeded. And lo and behold, no bulging net, 4-0, clean sheet, respect due, elation.
Yep, I love them, man. I love them, my girls.
But in terms of this comment, with what Brain Drain is saying, this is the optimistic tone we had post Mexico and pre-USA game. But I could say that this is a different sort of optimistic tone, because it is one that follows or precedes us qualifying for the World Cup, which we have. You know what I mean? So it's a different scenario, Brain Drain. One, we were coming off a win, 3 points in the bag. This time around, we're coming off a win, but with a qualification. So of course, there's gonna be an amount of optimism,
Right,
and vibe going into this game against the Canadian team, which is actually the Olympic champion. So I mean, Brethren, we have to decipher and try to differentiate the optimism, because it's two different things. What say you, gentlemen?
Well, I would add to that. Oh, go ahead, Kyle. Go ahead. I'll pipe in after you, sir.
No. Go on. I'm kind of doing something. Go on.
Well, I would say Brain Drain. Listen, fair dues. Bless up John Spence, by the way, in the comment section. One love, bless up. I would say the difference in this situation and scenario is that the Jamaican Reggae Girls, they're actually gaining playing experience as a team, as a squad. Of course, we know in the preparation, the lead up to the final round of qualification, all they had were scrimmage games. not the best preparation by common and general consent. The fact that they've played Mexico and played very well in that game, a game of huge defense and counter-attacking instincts, should have been more than one goal by way of victory. But they started off in the group of death with a resounding, a solid, comprehensive 1-0 victory, 3 points in the bag. You would have thought that they were set up nicely for a no holds barred campaign and attempt to combat the Americans. Would they take them down? No, but the manner of performance, that 5-0 defeat, is one thing to lose. You can lose 4-5-0 and play well. The Reggae Girls did not play well, not by our standards and not by their standards, importantly. Lorne Donaldson alluded to it, and I think the ladies were aware that they had to come again because they could not have been satisfied with the manner and execution of their performance. So the grit and determination, the bounce back ability factor and qualities that they showed in the Haiti game in a do or die encounter was absolutely wonderful to watch. Now, having secured back-to-back World Cup berths, now is a chance for them to take on a quality opponent, but an opponent that will be giving them respect and they will in turn respect. Excuse me. So, it's a different scenario, different situation, but the Reggae Girls have been showing that they're hungry, they've got the class, they've got the ability, and they've got the confidence, and they know as the 12th man, the fans are behind them. As Crystal from Talawa TV says, they are the darlings of Jamaica, and the fans love them and really are behind them and supportive of them. The way they conduct themselves on and off the pitch, for the most part, has been exemplary. They don't like to air any issues or grievances in public. They deal with their laundry behind the scenes. So it was a real rarity when we had that situation with the former coach. But going forward on the football field, they've got the quality and the confidence to rub shoulders with Canada. And they should not feel in any way inferior to this Canadian team. They were in the group of death, remember. Haiti, Mexico, the United States of America. They have come through eventually with flying colors, but there's still work to be done. So I will be definitely, God willing, inshallah, looking out for a terrific performance by the Reggae Girls. It won't be easy. I can't say it's a gimme. It's a gimme. It may be a 50-50, 60-40 in favor of the Canadians, but I want to see what the Reggae Girls have in their armory. Do they want it? Are they good enough to get it? I'll be looking for midfield steel, defensive steel, and an attacking thrust that can really send the wind and shiver up the Canadians. Bunny Shaw, Trudy Carter, the Jodie Browns, the Drew Spence, as you said, capable of unlocking a world of teams. They will be players to watch. And Jamaica can win this game. Let's see how they perform. What we can be assured of is that they've acquitted themselves outstandingly well and have got themselves to back-to-back World Cups. It's been a traumatic year for Jamaican football, especially on the international scene. This has been a breath of fresh air. So we salute the Reggae Girls, but there's work to be done. The battlefield awaits. Let us back them and support them, stand side by side with them, and wish them the very best going forward. Your time, Kylie.
Yeah, I'll just make it brief because you basically touch every point. But if there's one word that I could use, it would be we have momentum. We have momentum, and like you said, we came out of the group of death, and we didn't have any practice matches. Everybody else basically had a practice match or was coming from a tournament, like Haiti that was coming from a qualifying zone. We basically came in here flat-footed, and now we have momentum. And what I like about these girls, but I don't know, man, but they're playing, or you're speaking to me culturally. You know, I can understand how they're playing culturally. They're using the wingers. They have a battering ram with Shaw. The midfield is distributing the ball, and we have a defense. You know, the only thing that's missing is overlapping wing backs. But that's how we used to play in high school. That's what I used to see. Speedy wingers, somebody running down the middle, you know, somebody distributing the ball. They're speaking to me culturally with how they play. I'm in love with them. You know, I can't say enough of how beautiful they play. It's like poetry. So, you know, like I tell you, man, I'm expecting a win. I am. Go on, Tiddly. Take it over.
I can see and I can hear. I think the viewers and subscribers can hear your enthusiasm. Clearly, they've struck a chord. Kyle, it's interesting. You said that they're reminiscent of the high school days when the players were younger, and you're casting your mind back to when you were playing football. Why do you think that the Reggae Boys have not captured and bottled that Jamaican quote unquote spirit of play? As I said, the Reggae Girls, I think there is room for improvement. I think if they use, technology, video analysis, look at the playbooks and see how opponents play to their strengths, you can see that, overlapping play, off the ball movement is crucial and can make so much of a difference in modern football, even in football of days gone past. Having overlapping players, the movement off the ball, the give and goes, creating the shapes and triangles, creating opportunities to cut back and put crosses in the box, just increases the amount of opportunities you can have for scoring. Why do you think that the Reggae Boys have not bottled that spirit and that tactical acumen? That's been actually the most shocking part for me, where the Reggae Boys have been concerned, because technically they're professional. They've come from quite good leagues, but I've been shocked at the level of play on the field. Your thoughts?
There is just one variable between the girls and the boys, and that's management. I mean, Sedella basically runs a better operation than the GFF. Simple as that. You don't hear about players can't get plane tickets, players missing flights, players turning up late, players not being paid, all this garbage that comes in the media. You don't hear that. Players striking. No, that is number one. Now, the second thing is they have a qualified coach of the highest standard. I can't stop stressing that.
Go ahead.
They have a professional coach, an A-licensed coach who basically knows, like you said, system formations, triangles, tactics, how to set up themselves. And basically he has kept the same team and basically complemented it with better teams. Unlike the boys, that basically everything is hack and chop. And make no mistake about it, the boys can't play like that, because I've seen them play like that. I saw it on the Lazzaroni. For the brief minute when Lazzaroni was there, I've never seen the boys play football so fluidly. Beating down the wing, passing the ball, you name it. That was butter. That was perfection. Paul Hall, I can see it coming into play, because he's trying to build his own system. I can see the movement of the ball. I can see the wingers coming into play. I can see a defensive structure setting up. I can see him trying to build his own system. But the boys, and it's not to blame the boys, because the boys' problem starts from the top. It's management. And when you talk about management, that's the GFF. They don't care. If they don't care, then you're actively trying to undermine the boys. And that's the biggest difference. So that's why we are here. And that's why, most of the time we're in so much pain, because we know what they can do if given the right tools. But hey, thank God for the girls, man. Thank God for them.
Carl, can I ask you a question? What you've made a good point as Coach Minzy sets up what could be a prospective Reggae Girls team. Fortunately, we're spoilt for choice, because the strength and depth of the Reggae Girls is impressive. The likes of Kayla McCoy, who has not had a starting berth thus far. She was purring in the last group campaign under Vin Blaine, purring. She was a revelation in that central defensive midfield position. But she has accepted her role as a sub in this particular campaign and is yet to rub anyone up the wrong way. She has accepted where she is, continued to work hard, no doubt, and is prepared to come in and do a job if necessary. In the meantime, the likes of Primus, likes of Havana Salone, who's been finding her form and finding her feet. Of course, Drew Spence, who we've been waxing lyrical about, they have been doing a great job. But Kyle, can I ask you, have you always been a Reggae Girls or women's football fan? There is a reason I asked this question. I can hold my hand up honestly and say that I used to have a slightly negative view of women's football. That has changed over the years until I get to the point where I watch the game and watch the games and I can critically assess and enjoy the games for what the game is. It's women's football, it's competitive football, and I can enjoy it because I see professionalism, I see tactics, I see skill, I see a combative zone, and I see competitive sport at play. But there was an interesting discussion that I heard on Talk Sport Radio in England, where the a guest contributor was asked to comment on the 8-0 victory that England had. It was an 8-0 thumping of Norway. And the question was asked, what did you make of the performance? She said England performed really well. It was a great win. They then asked the one of the hosts of the show. His name is Mr. Simon Jordan, and he used to be actually the Crystal Palace owner. And he said, well, to be honest, I've seen some of the games and I'm not really impressed. I can find lots of other better things to do. I wasn't really impressed. The lady was absolutely gobsmacked and said, you're being disrespectful. That is so disrespectful. Mr. Jordan, instead of backing up, backtracking, apologizing, doffing cap, he doubled down. He said, wait a minute, disrespectful? This is my opinion. I've said that's my opinion of the game. I'm not the greatest fan. I don't enjoy watching women's football, but that's my opinion. I can find other things to do. How can you say it's disrespectful? She said, well, your voice carries a lot of weight, a lot of power. That's why he said, wait a minute, are you trying to tell me that I can't say what's on my mind? Do you want me to just cow down and toe the line and agree with what everyone's saying because that's what everyone is expecting me to say? I'm saying that's my opinion. You're entitled to your opinion. I'm entitled to mine. Kyle, how would you have approached that? I did ask one of my female friends, and she gave a great answer. And we had a really good chinwag about it. What are your thoughts on that particular scenario? And again, what's your story regarding women's football?
All right. Well, first of all, I've always supported the Reggae Girls, and the reason is simple, and it has nothing to do with football. They're carrying the black, gold, and green all over the world, and any body, and in this case, it's women. They're carrying the Jamaican flag all over the world. I have to support them. Simple as that. I can't bet against my country. Now, as for football, it's even better because I love football, be it women, be it men. I'm in love with football, and to see that these girls have performed so well on the international stage and they're carrying our flag, the black, gold, and green, I'm in love with them. And they're winners. You know what I mean? They are winners. How can you not love them? That's the first point. Now, the second point about that gentleman, he is entitled to his opinion. He is right. But that does not mean that his opinion isn't offensive. And seeing that it is, then he has to defend his opinion, be it that it is very offensive. So he can have his opinion, but he better do damn well to defend it because he's going to be attacked. That's where I'm coming from.
I hear you loud and clear. It'd be interesting to
All
see what the
right.
viewers
So
of
with that said,
subscribers made.
Richard, let's look at the starting 11 now.
Yes.
What,
You put together something here. Go ahead.
Yes. So tell me, people in the comment section, and Richard and Kyle, what are your thoughts on this starting 11? Do you believe that this starting 11 will have a good showing versus the Mexico team? Sorry, the
Canada team.
Sorry. Mexico is the past, right?
Indeed, they're the past, all right. I mean, my goodness me, failed to get out of the group of death. Played 3, lost 3. Imagine that. Who could have imagined that, playing on their own home soil? I think I was impressed with the under-20 Mexican team more than the senior team. This team here, coach, I like this team. I like this. That's a very strong team in my opinion. I think the midfield battle is very important. If there's any alternative to the likes of Primus or even Havana, if she's not up to speed and delivering close to her best, then we could look at options in the midfield. That is a really important area in this game in terms of ball possession and in terms of being incisive, in terms of performing and producing balls, delivering balls to the attacking third with likes of Carter, Brown, and Shaw.
Yeah. My concern though, Richard, is Primus, Havana, and
45. Yeah, 45 would have been 2 hours before.
Coach, mute your mic, coach. Go ahead, Kyle. Mute your mic, coach. Go ahead, Kyle.
My concern is Primus, Havana, and Wilshire. Because Wilshire got me nervous because, against the USA game, I mean, those two goals came down her corner. Granted, in the other game that he moved her to the right, but still, I don't know. I mean, if we could get somebody better, I would be contented.
Wilshire's an interesting character. I know she has coming for some constructive criticism, should I say. But, she shows fighting.
Didn't she play well?
Well, this is the thing. This is the thing. She even in that game when I was watching with Formula in the first half, Formula was he had his belt out for the young lady.
Put there then.
That is the question because he has been playing with her all tournaments.
Exactly.
So I haven't seen nobody else. I mean, there was go on.
No, go ahead. We do have a replacement there, possibly. Go ahead.
I think he put on a sub for her in the last game in like the 80th minute or something like that. But still, that's no time to really assess that person. But that's my concern. I mean, if everybody's clicking, that's a strong team. But those are my concerns because they're the ones who might not click. Let's just put it like that. Primus, Havana, and Wilshire. But if they're clicking, that's a strong team.
I would agree. Wilshire, what she showed was fight, and literally, I mean, she was fighting for balls, harrying, getting closer. I think the initial criticism was she wasn't getting close enough to those players that she was supposed to be marking. But as the game wore on against Haiti, she was getting closer to her opponents. She was hustling, not giving any quarter to them, not giving them any breathing space. Even if she gave away a throw on or a free kick, it was away from the penalty area, and she was a real she gave a dogged performance. She did not give in. Of course, she's got those telltale standout braids, long braids, and she's always clearly identified on the field of play. So you'd expect someone having to bring a pretty good game because they're going to be highlighted whether they're on the ball or whether they're playing an influential part or not. It's Wilshire when she's on the ball. Havana, not shown her best, described as the Rolls Royce, not shown her best. Even she would admit to that. But she does have quality, she has experience, and she could still raise her game the more playing time that she gets. She's a quality player. And, something simple like, giving the instruction to hold on to the ball, pass the ball simply, pass, link the play, Don't feel under pressure that you've got to produce some super ball or you've got to beat 2 or 3 players. No, your
Right.
task, hold the ball, give us composure, give us breathing space, pass the ball along. That's important. And Primus needs to probably deliver something more and bring something more to the party. I've not seen her stand out, but I think she's a hard worker. But we could see a change in that particular position because everyone's going to have to be standing up. And as opponents, you can be sure that Canada will have identified the areas where they can best attack the Reggae Girls in terms of creating opportunities. So if they see a weak link in the midfield or in the defensive area, they will be smart enough to attack those spaces and try and create opportunities because they're a smart team. If a little too functional for my liking, I think Jamaica Reggae Girls will bring some flair and hopefully the cutting thrust that can result in a victory. It will be a good watch, a very good watch, that's for sure. Kyle.
That's it. I mean, basically, you've touched all the points. I concur. Coach.
Yes, man, I'm right here. That's good. So I want the people in the comment section to rate this team.
It would be interesting to see what the good people out there are saying. Remember, viewers and subscribers, if you have been enjoying the show and have simply forgotten, we've all been there before, enjoying a show, but we failed to hit that like button. The thumb, hit that like.
Get it up.
Like. Yeah, man, get that visibility.
I got a question for you and Minzy. Do you guys think Coach Donaldson takes a long time to make subs, or you think he makes them at the right time?
That's a very good question, Kyle. I know that coaches, Jamaican coaches, at various levels have been in the spotlight where substitutions have been concerned. I've never heard of or really heard of coaches having issues or problems in choosing when to bring on subs. Of course, everyone will have a different mindset, but in general terms, there has been a tendency for Jamaican coaches to wait a little too long before they see that something needs to be changing and to be proactive. I think Mr. Donaldson has been pretty good. I've not heard anyone beating him unduly. I think that comes from acknowledging that they've had a relatively short time to train together, and in terms of the scrimmage game. So I think he's invested a lot of trust in those players, having watched what he's seen and overseen the training sessions. He's invested a lot of trust in the girls, aware that the girls have played together and are familiar with each other. So those players that come out and initially start the game, he will give them as much opportunity to gel and to create the chance, because that starting 11, just like the 11 we see here, Trudy Carter has cutting edge, Shaw has cutting edge, Jodie Brown has quality and cutting edge, whilst she, she's not produced her very, very best. But if there needs to be changes, I would say, personally, there could be opportunities for those players on the bench who are equally as committed and in many instances equally as talented. They can have a chance a little earlier in games, if necessary, to come on and make the difference, or to shore things up, or to provide that extra cutting threat, as the likes of Gray, Van Santen, McCoy, amongst others, could provide.
You know what? I think he spoke on it also in his interview.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
He said something like, you don't want to
disrupt.
Make a substitution and disrupt the balance of the game. Sometimes you just have to play it out. So I guess it's a judgment call. And then he also said something like, some of the players that he wanted to sub, they don't have their papers yet, right? Something like that.
Correct. There was a couple of them that were ineligible, though on the bench. So he had to hold his hand up there. Very interesting, yeah.
So maybe that could be affecting his, my assessment.
I think that though, Kyle, I think that is one of the best response, because it is called in-game management. If there's no need to make a substitution, then there's no need to make a substitution. A lot of football people think that substitution has to be made. No. It's there for the taking, yes. However, you don't have to make it, and that's why he gave a brilliant answer by saying you don't have to make it because you would want to disrupt the rhythm of the game,
Right.
especially depending on the position that you're in. Now, if you make the decision to substitute based on buying some time, running down the clock, yes, you can do that.
Right.
But you have to like you said, you have to make a judgment call.
Right. And especially seeing that they didn't have any practice matches, maybe he wanted to give them the opportunity to basically find form. So he's letting them play it out. Because Bunny is basically playing herself into farming. You know, Bunny from the first game to Bunny from the last game is two different Bunny. From what I see, my opinion. Last game she looked like fire. You know, the Haitian them couldn't touch her, them was licking her down. You know what I mean?
Bouncing off her.
Right. So let's hope that she never run out of breath and she's ready for Canada.
I saw in the comment section Peter Parker. Peter Parker, welcome and give thanks for your contribution. As to all the viewers and subscribers who have taken time to comment in the comment section. Peter Parker said that if Jamaica, the Reggae Girls, are going to win, possession of the football and less turnovers will be crucial and will be very important. Kyle, Coach Minzy, I don't know if you got the chance to answer that, but Kyle, can you just give a little insight? Are you surprised as a football fan in general, and Jamaican fan in particular, as to why Jamaican national teams in general seem to find it so hard to, or whether they have an inclination, either or non-inclination, to pass the ball around the back and through and in the midfield, probing, getting comfortable on the ball, moving the ball along, and waiting for the appropriate opportunity to strike in the final third? What's the problem? It's like the ball is a hot potato at times. What a one!
No, no. Let's again, let's contextualize it and separate them, boys from the girls, because the boys' case is different from the girls' case, right? With Donaldson in the last game when we were up, I think it was 3. We could see them passing the ball around nicely, smoothly. You know what I mean? It made sense. And as you can see, we have a midfield in Spence, Havana, doing their thing. With the boys now, go back to the previous coach before Mr. Hall, Tapper. We basically had no midfield. It was route one football. You box the ball in the back and then you kick it overhead and the guys chase the ball down. And if they catch it, they are lucky. To the point where he had basically excluded Ravel Morrison. Okay? Ravel Morrison. And I say that to say with Paul Hall, you could see the significance of Ravel Morrison.
Absolutely.
Right? And when Morrison came in, you could see the catch-up that he had to do. He had to basically find his form, find the form within the team. You know what I'm saying? Get that chemistry going. And it took a while for that to come together to the point where Ravel Morrison in the last, 2-3 games was our MOM, man of the match. Man of the match. And everybody's saying that we have a midfield problem. No, we don't have a midfield problem. We have a coaching problem. A coach in the past who didn't know how to build a midfield. We don't have that problem with Donaldson. And the only variable that I can come up with is one have an A license, no, 2 have an A license, and 1 didn't. Meaning, Donaldson has an A license, Paul Hall has an A license, Tapper have a B license. So I'm being biased. Anybody who have a B license expect route one football. You saw that with the under 20 team, given the quality that we had.
And it's not a UEFA B license.
Well, boy, I'm gonna say B is for boy license. Sorry, let me stop. But anyway, you saw it with the under 20, given the quality that we had. Anybody who have eyes or even blind, you could see the quality that we had in that under 20 team. And what he did with that midfield was a disgrace. It's the same thing. And there's one mitigating factor in that. He has a boy license, a B license. I'm sorry to be brutal, man, but this is how I see it, and I have to be blunt about it.
Well,
All right, all right, all right. Kyle, we're over time.
Oh,
Normally, these streams normally go to 2 hours. We're 15 minutes overtime, but it was still worth the overtime. Now, information I'm getting now, people. Jade Bailey is still not eligible to play tomorrow.
and who do we blame for that?
Well, I don't want to cast the blame game because
There you go.
I doubt it is JFF though.
All right.
But I don't want to cast the blame game. But that is it. She won't be eligible to play tomorrow. And it is just there. If they proceed to the next round, then I hope that it goes closer in her getting clearance from FIFA. The
Not
clearance comes from FIFA. All right. Now, basically, like I said, we are at the end of the stream. I'm gonna give you, gentlemen, a few your closing remarks in a few. So want to thank everyone for coming out and supporting this stream. Really appreciate it. I think it was a good stream. Tiddlywings come up here with him Tiddlywings self, and him couldn't go on Tiddlywings because him know when him come on the desk, a sporting experience him a get. So him can't go on a Tiddlywings type of way. Big up to Kyle. Reggae Boyz Supporters Club, big up yourself, big up to your dad
Respect.
in the comment section, big up to every single person that are on the stream. No, I want you to like the stream before you leave. I want you to subscribe if you're new and become a part of the Coaches Desk family. Also, you can check out Rich Post Sports. Yes, that ballad man that you're seeing there, that poet, you can check it out. Him afraid of the conking, so him come in peace. So him know him can't come on the desk with no full thing. And big up the rich poor wife, rich poor sports wife. Big up yourself. And everybody, simple. Just log on and support the various channels that are there. Ian is saying Pika Faltery, Bailey's passport and citizenship delay. So that is that. So starting with Tiddlywings, just 30 seconds. Then over to Kyle after Tiddlywings finish.
The Reggae Girls have acquitted themselves through the ups and downs of this group of death qualifying campaign.
Hold on, Rich Pool. I give you about 10 seconds. People, drop your predicted score in the comment section.
Let me proceed again. Yes, by all means, drop your prediction score as Coach Mindy has indicated. The Reggae Girls have come out of the group of death, dubbed so with every good reason. Mexico, Haiti, the United States of America. They've come out, qualified for their back-to-back World Cup spot, and we wish them well to win. When they meet Canada, it's another historical opportunity awaiting them. A chance to qualify for the Olympics in Paris 2023. Jamaica Reggae Girls, you have unfinished business. Leave it on the pitch. Do your absolute best. Do yourself proud. You are very good as you are. There is room for improvement. Let us see it against Canada. Another live team. Bring your A game and do yourselves proud. We're proud of you. We're ready. Are you?
right. All right. Well, the Reggae Girls has carried the black, gold, and green valiantly, proudly, lovingly. And I ask that everybody win, lose or draw. We support our girls and we stand behind them. Okay? 100%. That's all I have to say. Black, gold, and green. And we will win tomorrow. All right? Okay.
All right, big up yourself, gentlemen. Thanks again for tuning in. People, big up yourself in the comment section as we end this stream. Thanks again for tuning in. Just stay safe. Until next time, when we have the game, we'll be right here. And people, I'm gonna be dropping the information the press conference. The coach and another player spoke. So I'll be dropping that one as soon as I finish with the editing. I'll be dropping that one, and you can take a look at that as well. So thanks very much, people. Big up yourself again. Stay safe, like I normally say, and
Your style and your flavor make the city rock. They must say the season come out with a bang. Coach Minzy, best round here. Remember that.
They're using